And we back. Now, last night we just saw the Golden State Warriors complete their sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers, which means that the 2017-2018 regular season is over. It's over, man. It was a good one. It was a good one. We saw a lot of crazy individual performances. We saw a lot of crazy things that happened off the court. This made headliners, and it was a very entertaining season. Yes, the end of it may not have been the best, but the season in general, I'm giving like an A minus. It was that good. A lot of crazy stuff happened off the court. But in today's video, well, we're transitioning to off-season mode, man. Off-season is a great time. I know we don't see basketball dribbling, but it's a lot of basketball things going on. It's a place where teams get better. Each team's goal, at least it should be, is to get better for the next season, and that starts basically in a couple weeks. June 21st is the NBA draft, and that's the first glimpse of off-season we got. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be basically giving y'all 5 different things I'm personally really looking forward to when it comes to the offseason. Something nice and quick, but I think it's something that you'll find entertaining. And number 1 is the NBA draft. It's a place where 60 young guys get their names called and their hard work becomes reality as they're drafted by an NBA team, and a lot of players go undrafted, end up making rosters and stuff, but at 60 guaranteed guys have a chance to make their dreams come true. Now, this is a personal pick because my favorite team, the Chicago Bulls, are in the lottery. Again, and it's a time for us to potentially draft another superstar for us. We did a pretty good job in the past. We got Derrick Rose at number 1. That was kind of a no-brainer. Jimmy Butler at 30 was a clutch pick. He turned into a star. Joakim Noah was, I think, 9. He turned into an all-star for us. So it's a chance for us to draft our next big thing. And sitting at 7, I mean, that's where we got Lauri Markkanen last year, baby. And he turns out, well, at least based on his first year, seems like he's going to be pretty good. So I'm really excited for that, but it's also for the other teams in the lottery to hit that next step, because there are a lot of teams that have been tanking for a long time and haven't hit on their draft picks. And as a fan of the NBA, I want it to be as competitive as possible, and having 5-6 teams just be absolutely awful is not a way to make this league well-rounded. So I'm hoping that they hit on their draft picks, so in a year, 2, maybe 3, that these teams are at the bottom or relatively near the middle or at the top, so we can see different teams in the finals and not the same ones over and over. Next one is LeBron James' decision. It's very specific, but it is a big decision for this league. He is the best player that we have in today's league. And basically, I mean, 8 years in a row, he made it to the finals. And depending on where he goes, it could end up number 9. 9 years in a row. So it's very exciting for me because we may get the decision 3.0 without all the cameras like the first decision, but LeBron James switching to another team. Now, the overall consensus around NBA fans is that he's gone. Think about what just happened in the finals. It was him, kind of Kevin Love, and that's it. Versus a full team of Golden State Warriors. This team wasn't really built for the championship. They tried to rebuild on the fly. It seemed like a very rebuild video. You know, they made all the deals at the trade deadline, but it just wasn't built for the moment. And with all the contracts they have up at Tristan Thompson, Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, these are George Hill. These are guys that are signed to big time deals. So if he was to stay in Cleveland, they can't really do anything to make this roster better. And that's why people are thinking, man, he's getting up there in age. He's gonna have to go somewhere else if he wants to get ring number 4. So we got Houston on the short list. We got Philly. We got LA, and we got some other dark horse teams, but those are, for most people, those are the top 3. But deep down in my heart, something tells me he may want to stay in Cleveland. We never know. We don't know. But something in my heart tells me he wants to stay in Cleveland. We got July 1st, the beginning of free agency, but his decision is so important because whatever team he goes to, instantly a contender. If they weren't already a contender, instantly a contender. And if he stays in the East, well, we got another Eastern Conference Finals probably dominated by LeBron. But nonetheless, his decision is super important for the entire league. It'll probably determine where other guys sign in free agency too. People don't want to go against LeBron. Trust me. Ask the guys up north if they want to go against LeBron. They're going to tell you right up front, we don't want to go against LeBron. So his decision matters not only to us fans, it matters to the other free agents out there because they got to decide where they want to go, and that kind of revolves around LeBron James. Next one is the decisions by DeMarcus Cousins and Paul George. We're going to group them together. DeMarcus Cousins suffered that Achilles injury, and we just don't really know if he's worth a max contract anymore. Achilles injuries are really tough, especially when we think about how big he is and all the weight that he puts on his legs and everything. The Achilles injury could really hurt the man's career. Now, I'm sure that the New Orleans Pelicans want to keep him around, but they got to make a decision whether or not they want to throw him a max contract. He liked the comment on Instagram a couple weeks ago that said that basically he's going to go wherever offers him the max contract. And I don't blame him. Make your money, Boogie. But I don't know if the Pelicans want to put that money into him, not knowing if he's going to be the superstar that he once was. So his decision is super important. He unfollowed the Pelicans on Instagram. He said he did it because he's grown, but it could be because he knows that they may not offer him a max contract. He's a very important player to this league. I can argue that he is the best center in the league. So, I mean, if the best center in the league is a free agent somewhere, it could impact the whole trajectory of the league. Similar, maybe not, definitely not on the same scale as LeBron James, but definitely a little below that. And the same thing with Paul George. There's a guy who basically, for a long time, you're like, yeah, Paul George going to LA. Paul George going to LA. But there's a chance he could stay in OKC. There's a chance he can go somewhere else. It seems like the Houston Rockets are going to be pursuing him too. So his decision is also super important. And we just know we got 3 big name free agents that all can switch teams and just change the entire landscape of the NBA. That's one of the reasons why we love free agency. Next, we got the Summer League. It's basically the next time we're going to see professional NBA basketball. It's not at the same tier as we just wrapped up with the NBA Finals, but we get to see young players competing for roster spots. We get to see our lottery picks go at it, and it's always super fun for me. I just sit back in bed in a summer day and just watch as many Summer League games as I can. You get to learn about some players that may not even make a roster. They may go play overseas, but you follow them their journey overseas because you liked what they did in the Summer League so much. Maybe that's just me. I'm a weirdo like that. But Summer League is super fun. Grab some popcorn, watch young guys compete to basically have their dreams come true. And lastly, it's these obscure things that happen in the offseason. Think about just last offseason, right? Randomly, we find out that Kyrie Irving is not happy in Cleveland. Just randomly, just one day we see that he's unhappy, and a couple days after that we see he gets traded. Something that wasn't on anybody's radar. Once the Cleveland Cavaliers lost last year, we were still thinking like, you know what? Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Love, they'll be back next year. And then boom, just like that, he's gone. He's going to Boston. In exchange, they get Isaiah Thomas, an all-star. The Isaiah Thomas thing don't really work out. Just like these obscure things that can happen in the offseason that nobody predicted are going to be super exciting. Is Dennis Schroeder going to get traded? He deleted everything on his Instagram page that had to do with the Atlanta Hawks. He said he wants to play for a contender. Is he going to get traded? Just things like that are super fun. Even the Kawhi Leonard thing, that's an obscure thing in itself. Because this entire season, we were trying to figure out, is Kawhi happy in San Antonio? Why is he not playing? Why did he attend the playoff game, but he was at a Dodger game? So just these random storylines that we get to get a piece of. And then we see the tweet from Woj said, boom, Kyrie Irving just got traded to the Boston Celtics. That's why we love the offseason, man. Nothing is guaranteed, man. That your team, you think your team is safe, that your stars are safe, but you never know what's going on behind closed doors. He can be super unhappy with his situation, and he's like, I want out, similar to Kyrie Irving. And even Kyrie just said that he ain't even promising that he stayed in Boston when his contract is up. That's tough, man. That's tough. It's just a lot of things that can happen in the offseason. And though we're not seeing actual players dribbling the basketball, it's super important. It's more important than any other time of the season. So that's why I love it so much. And those are just a few things that I'm looking forward to personally. In the comment section below, let me know what you're looking forward to as far as offseason goes. And I'm going to read through all of them and favorite my favorite ones that I didn't mention in this video. Thank y'all so much. Peace.